I'm Jack Howell. I'm a pastor in Norfolk, Virginia. I became involved with the PCA through our denomination's college ministry, RUF. And we were in undergraduate school, and we love the PCA because of how much we learned about the grace of the gospel, the hope of Jesus, the assurance we have in Christ, and then the connectionalism that binds that together for us through the local church. I came from different Protestant denominations that not only didn't emphasize a connectional value, but they actually thought that those connectional relationships were suspicious and a bit mistrustful. And one of the reasons that we embraced the PCA was we loved our commitment to and for one another. We loved the idea of mutuality of ministry. And I think the AC funding plan speaks directly to our need for each other and our need to depend upon one another for cooperative ministry. So in my estimation, all we're doing is simply being Presbyterian. Well, I think it speaks to those connectional values and then embodies it too by allowing us to share, for instance, cooperatively in the work of General Assembly, so that even if your presbytery wouldn't ever be able to host the General Assembly, that we all share in that cost equally and commensurately. I think it's helpful that all the teaching elders have to share equally in the cost of the work of uniting and connecting us, of allowing the ministry of the church to move forward in very specific, tangible ways, whether they be administrative or judicial or in the ways in which they advance the General Assembly, the courts of the church. I think we're thankful for what the AC has done for us in terms of its fulfillment of allowing us, as often an unseen, unspoken force, to just continue to do ministry effectively. None of our people have to think about what it means for them to receive tax benefits of a 501c3, which, as you know, is quite costly. And for us to be able to enjoy the legal protection or the financial safeguards, the insurance, let alone all the ways in which they help adjudicate court cases, facilitate the General Assembly, allow us to do ministry through their Committee of Constitutional Business, so on and so forth. I think there are all those unseen but very, very vital ways in which they help us do ministry. Well, it seems to me that what we're being asked to do financially is far less a question of economics as it is a question of theology. And I'm behind this plan because I think it speaks directly to what it means for us to be committed and remain constituted with each other. And what that means, frankly, is we're going to get not just cost savings as we share the wealth and share the load equally, but I also think we'll get a better, more enhanced administrative committee as it receives support from all of our churches and all of our ministers. It's hard to see a downside to this, frankly, in terms of its commitment to making us a stronger, healthier denomination in small, frankly, 1/3 of 1%, the $500 per presbytery. The amounts of money that they're charging don't seem at all unreasonable to us. In fact, they're cost savings to us based on what we've given previously. But we just think, again, it keeps going back to who we are, that we have to embody this Presbyterian value and live connectionally to and with one another.